doubt that you'll be able to. That's quite a difficult.
Well, they won't tell me how to turn off the arena scan. I asked them and their API is closed. They won't give me source code for the API, which it needs to go with. And
What's arena scan?
well, arena scan means the unit uses a phased array, and it does angular scanning, like produces like a camera view. But I don't want that. I don't want it to do its own scanning. I want to do the scanning by moving it across the face of the box. I want to do the scanning myself. I don't want the thing to do any scanning on its own. I mean, all of it is to produce sounding information. But I argued with different people with email, and I tried to communicate to them, but they won't tell me anything. And then eventually I had to abandon the project because I couldn't use the product. They won't tell me, they wouldn't give me the USB 3 session data or any. They wouldn't give me any particulars of the workings of the device so I can modify and create my own application and drive it with. Because they want me to use them.
It's kind of hard to find any company that will do that.
Yeah, so I cannot use their system, and so it just ends up sitting in a drawer along with a bunch of other junk, and that's.
It may contain the components that you need, though.
Yeah, but they don't give me enough information about things to be, I think that originally.
Have you looked at the components that are in there, like whether they would be?
It uses a Bayer chip or something. Because they have 18 antennas, 2 rows of
Copy.
2 columns of 5 antennas, then on the middle, 2 rows of 4 antennas. It's got a 4 by
Yeah, I can see an overview of it here. I wonder if the scanning could actually be could be used by you to. Oh, sorry.
The problem is you have to do everything through their API, and they can't do their in their API. They cannot and it's programmed to C language. So it's not like I mean, the way it's limited, it might as well just make a GUI that does what the thing is designed to do, because it's not like you have to program it in C language in order to make it work. And I'm not good at coding. And whatever it is, I have friends that know how to do coding. He said, can you set the arena scan to 0, no scanning, and it won't compile the program if you set arena scan to no scanning. So I want to scan the machine itself by running it over the face of the box and having a mouse-like thing to determine its position.
What is the problem with the arena scan? Like, why is that bad?
It's bad because it's all bunched up near the apex of the scanning. Like if you put it in a single spot, it wants to produce a camera-like view. The problem is that it'll be all bunched up at no resolution near the apex of the scan with the scan origin. I don't want it to do any scanning. I want to put it against the side of the box and slide it across the face of the box, and I do the scanning. I don't want the arena scan because it lowers the resolution because it blurs the scanning beam.
Well, what you might be able to do is something like a synthetic aperture radar, where you use the scan where you scan it, you move it across the box, and use the scans from.
But the scan is as with an elevation scanning. You can't turn off one of the directions of scanning. If you try to set 1 to 0, one of the scanning directions.
No, you don't need to turn off any of the directions of scanning. You're basically doing tomography. Do you know how tomography works?
Yeah, I know how tomography works, but
yeah.
But you see, the thing is, the beam has a certain width, and so in scanning it, I just wanted to do it as a simple thing, and if it has
Oh, well, it's certainly not a simple thing. Like, there isn't any simple way to do it.
yeah, but I just want to, like a typical wall scanner, a typical, construction grade wall scanner. It just does a
Yeah.
line sounding. What you do is you put the wall scanner against the wall, then you roll it. It has wheels on the top and bottom that are joined together with a shaft, so you can't tilt the thing. So you run it across the wall, and it just scans, through the wall to allow you to find studs, pipes, wires, and electricals, and water pipes and gas pipes. And then you kind of find out what's inside the wall, and it just does a cross section. And all I
Yeah,
want to do,
that wouldn't give you the sort of resolution that you want, though, because
yeah,
those are quite blurry. Like, you
yeah, I know
you
it
can
would be
pick up
good.
right.
Yeah, I've seen. Have you ever looked at there's this thing in in it's called GSSI, Geophysical Scanning Systems Incorporated, in Nashua, New Hampshire. That's that's one of the companies, and they make a concrete scanner. So you put it, it's like the size of a clothesline. You put it against the wall, and you put a piece of paper on the wall with lettered lines and numbered lines that are perpendicular to each other. And you use the thing, and you have to hold it by hand. You have to push it against the wall or the floor. You have to scan across each of the lines and each of the cross lines.
Yeah, I'm looking at that GSSI unit right now.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, but I was thinking that, if I was between a rock and a hard place, I'd have to buy one of those. And now they have something, now, now there's a consumer version of one of those. It's called, I forgot what, but it's a construction grade. This one's a lot. This one costs, only $13,500, and it comes in a big, horrible, ugly orange Pelican case. And I didn't. I asked him. I wasn't interested in the Pelican case. Just sell the thing to me in a cardboard box. So don't bother putting it in a Pelican case. But they only sell it for that. Like I
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
thing.
They're not going to take it out of the case for you.
Yeah. See, I bought a in 2009. I bought a thermal imager. From I saw it at the Photonics West show, and it's Bleer. So I said I was interested. It was only 2,200, 2,300 bucks, and it was the cheapest I ever seen one. It was in 2009. So I bought the thing. I asked them just to be in a cardboard box, and everything. So when I got to pick it up from Rangers, it came in a pretty big cup. It was way bigger than it was 3 or 4 times bigger than the thing itself. I said, "What is this?" And then I opened it up, and there's a Pelican case inside it. I mean, it was kind of like thought that it would just get like a cardboard box with just the thing in it and the charger and everything, but not this huge stupid case. So when you buy some things that they come in an awful case like that, and it ends up real big, really big. Well, when I bought this thing, this was the first one, and I love to be able to have it, and but that you know, and I've had a lot of fun with the thermal imager. Do you have a thermal imager yourself?
Never had one. I'd like to get one.
Thermal imager, you can now get it for as low as 300 bucks or something real cheap. Some of them are you plug into a phone. And now they got real cheap ones. But back in 2009, they didn't have. You were lucky to get anything at all. And so it was amazing because you could see, you know, the most amazing thing I saw with it is I did. To me, a tree was something I couldn't really understand what a tree is because it comes from the air and not from the ground. And I figured you either the tree is either really dumb and sits a hunk of wood, or it's really smart. It can violate the laws of thermodynamics. I mean, it's either extremely dumb or extremely smart, but I couldn't figure it out. And then, you know, in the evening of an overcast day, where there wasn't sun to warm up the trees, I can point it at the tree and I can see a part of the tree that's glowing. I didn't know that, and that's where it's making wood at night. It actually, the trees can get warm. I mean, they get heat. I mean, like, I didn't know that before.
Yeah, they're moving energy around, doing chemical reactions.
And then I noticed that the fruit, when I pointed the fruit, they were glowing, they were warm. I said to the regular houses, please, this place that it is, I said, these trees have balls, B-A-L-Z, Z's. I never knew that trees did that before. I mean, it's just like, because of, fruit can make heat. Did you know that fruit can make heat? I mean, how does that work? Why does it make heat? I thought they were just cold, just like a regular room temperature.
Now, whenever you got chemistry going on, you get a bit of whenever it's growing, it's doing chemical reactions. It's
And it makes
turning.
heat.
Yeah.
And I never knew that before. Nobody ever told me that trees did this sort of thing. So they do
Well,
not.
I guess whenever anything happens, really, because nothing's ever 100% efficient. So whenever something's happening, you're going to get that little bit of heat. So whenever a thing's growing, whenever it's converting its sugars into
whatever
proteins or whatever, you're gonna
metabolism. We call it metabolism or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. See, the thermal imager was able to show to me that a tree, it isn't done like a stupid piece of wood, and it isn't really smart that it can violate the laws of thermodynamics. It's sort of like you and I mean, and I didn't know that before. So the thermal imager was able to reveal to me, things were once hidden to me. So, and out when I brought the box home, people could see that the word. You ever heard of clear FL? Yeah, word looking at FLIR. Have you ever seen that word before? Clear.
Yeah.
Word
Yeah, I guess that's used more for like navigation or like but for like military purposes. But yeah,
it says FLIR on it. So people wonder what kind of person, how many people, are just like regular people on the street. They have a box with the name FLIR on the thing. It says made in Estonia, not for export. Have you ever seen anything that's made in Estonia? I mean, that's where the thing is made.
I didn't know that was where Flair was from.
Yeah. Well, they have a division in Estonia, because it says made in Estonia on it. And that, I never heard of anything that's made in Estonia before. But that's really, that's not the same as made in China, am I right?
No. Yeah, it's funny what you get. Like, there's all sorts of funny things that are made in like the European or Eastern European countries. It's sometimes surprising. Like you'll sometimes come across something made in like Kazakhstan or something. It's like what? I didn't think they did much like electronics there. But
Have you ever bought anything made in anything other than China? That's made in something other than China.
a fair few, but yeah, not that many. So
What have you bought that's made in not made in China and maybe not even made in the United States?
I can't really think of anything right now.
Yeah,
I've got some equipment at work that's like European, like welders and such, some Italian things. In fact, Italian machinery is quite common.
Yeah, I think it's quite.
I don't know why Italy makes so much.
I think it's Frotus. I think there's a company called Frotus. They make welders, but anyway. But
Fronius makes like really good ones.
Fronius or something like this, but
yeah.
But anyway, But this is the most weird thing I've ever seen because it's made in Estonia, and it's just so weird, you know. I mean, and then if the thing says not for export,
Yeah.
you know, that was the strange thing about it. But at least I,
Yeah, you get all sorts of like I guess they're pretty new back then, and that's kind of like military grade stuff. But some of that's kind of archaic. Like you get like I think you're still not allowed to export sprytrons or like certain.
electrons, yeah, you know, they're
But
made.
even though like you can now get you can actually get what are they called thyristors that massively outperform. Yeah, thyristors that massively outperform sprytrons. I was actually looking at what is it? Polytrons, which are I can't find anywhere that sells those. They'll take because most thyristors you get like you'll get like 200 microsecond rise time, and those ones have like 200,000
Okay, guys. I'll be back. I'll see you.